Alrighty, everybody. So I'm Tobin from snaptocover.com, and last week, I'd say Thursday or Friday of last week, I ended up getting in my stretch goals for the Myth Kickstarter. Been waiting a while for this, but I've actually seen to what it takes for the guys over at Merck's and all the volunteers over there to put one of these shipments together. So no complaints there. Pretty excited to see what's inside this. Got the myth box and we did a myth unboxing for that, and it was a whole lot of fun. Getting you guys on to ask questions and whatnot. But we'll see what's inside this one. Let's crack it open. Remember, guys, don't play with sharp objects. I'm a trained professional. I've been using sharp objects for a while. Alrighty, let's see what's in the amazing box here. We got a lot of stuff right off the bat. We've got the Quest Expansion 1. Hopefully that's coming in right now. Looks like it is. This is content of 30 cards, adds more quest to your quest deck. Very cool. It's actually been so long since we did the Kickstarter that I actually have no idea what's going to be in this, though. It's completely Christmas for me right now. Here we have some loot. I think this is the, let's see, True Sacrifice. Oh, I think this is the deck for, what do you call it? Slaughterfield. I believe that's the Slaughterfield deck. Let's actually open this up real quick, show you guys what's inside of it. So we've got a couple different items, some browns, greens. We got an orange Twilight Sword. This is a deck. Let's see who the deck's for. Oh, maybe this is the Trickster deck? That could be it. It's looking like the Trickster deck based off of the icon. Connor, Razor Fiend, Twilight Knight, Kessiog, or maybe that. Not sure exactly what that is. One of the expansions. So you got those. This is Etrus the Last. Let's pop these out. The Soulless, Cyclopses, Tailless, Wrath. So these are pretty cool. Great artwork again. Keith does an amazing job with that artwork. As always. Let's see. Let's get this next one open. See what's inside of it. I have the worst time with shrink wrap. I am not a shrink wrap guy, that's for sure. Let me know if you guys want to see something in more detail, and I'll bring it back into the camera. This one we got Warped Spoons, Bagpipes. So I'm guessing this is for the Scald. We got the Darkness, the name of the enemy defeated. So this guy can, or girl, because we have the girl as well. Skull can basically play these songs, and they add bonuses and can be combined to make cool effects happen on the battlefield, cause damage, buff people, a lot of cool stuff like that. So that's a Skull deck right there. Very nice. Here we have, that's the Bones cards. Those are sweet. Some more decks there. Slopped. So you got Some more boss cards there. Here we've got the Rat King. So you've got the rat deck. This is Urlock the Young. That's the dragon. That's pretty sweet. Let's see what one of his abilities is. He's got Volcanic Breath, Hurricane Wings, Obliterate. Excited to see how it is to fight him on the game board. And then we got the Orkneys Master of Masters. I'm probably butchering these names. I'll get tons of feedback on that, I'm sure. But we're trying. We're trying. So he's got a charge attack. Some really cool, abilities there on the bosses. They look really neat. I got to see the sculptures while I was out in Gen Con. So I'm hoping they're in here. I don't know if they got all the stuff in. I know there was some discrepancy of what was coming in. Here we've got some more tiles. These are, looks like a desert wasteland. And then we got some more forest on the other side. Love how everything's reversible. You get a little bit different way to build out your boards. We got tokens. So you get some more tokens. Those are always fun. You got a Spriggan Elder token. A little tree. Sweet. Here we've got some more Realm expansion tiles. And look at all those minis. I can't show you those yet. We gotta look at this first. So we got a cool, it looks like a dock there. Some more bar warehouse things. Underground tokens. We've got a river on there. Some more forest walking through. So that looks like it'll add a lot to the stories that you tell when you're playing. Here we've got some more here. I love the way they do the tiles. They actually have the red line. When you look at it from a distance, you don't even really pick those up, but it's enough to let you know where things need to be laid out. And then once you're actually playing, they kind of just fade into the rest of the scenery. So really cool there. Nice lighting on the tiles too. Gives them a sense of depth and elevation. So I gotta like that. So this comes with 3 double-sided 12x12s, 4 double-sided 6x6s, and 3 double-sided 4x6s. So that's a good amount of tiles for a stretch goals. 10 in total. That's nothing to mock at there. It's pretty generous. Oh, I can't show that guy yet. Now we're gonna save the bosses for last. So we got some more orc captains. I'll show one of these guys. Again, great level of detail here. And they all come pretty much as one piece. Even if they came in multiple pieces, I wouldn't complain. I know board games usually come as one solid piece, and I'm glad to see they did that. It's less work for me. But at the same point, if it came in multiple pieces with the quality of these guys, I would not complain at all. What else we got? Oh, we got some heroes. To see what these are all about. We've got so this is the alternate sculpt for the Brigand. Great dynamic pose there. I like the dual blades and the swinging of the cape, the little lean in. Looks like he's ready to attack. Then we've got the male archer to accompany the female archer that comes with the base game. Again, nice cloak there. Got like the hood. Very different pose compared to the female. It was very much more of a dynamic pose. This guy seems like he's a little more reserved, a little bit of a like a shadowy type archer. Doesn't want to just rush out there and attack. There's a little bit of bending, but nothing. You can heat that up a little bit, hold it in place, and let go, and that'll straighten right up. So nothing to worry about there. But worth noting, to be completely fair and honest. Then we got kind of a tangled mess over here of some of the other guys. They're pretty clumped. This is, I don't know if that's the sorcerer, the female sculpt of the sorcerer, or if that is the, yeah, that's got to be the paladin. So that's a female paladin with a cool staff. Great looking model there. I like the little base they put her on. Down here we've got the female sorcerer with her awesome book. You know, get very dynamic, hairs flowing upward in a unnatural angle. You know, the cape's flowing upward. Just things that shouldn't be happening. It really gives you that sense that she's got some crazy magic going on. And then you've got the female. What is this? A squirrel? Squirrel woman fighter. Pretty neat. Definitely a different take. You don't just see like a woman fighter. You see a rat fighter or a squirrel fighter or something. She's got a ponytail. Pretty neat. Not what I was expecting, but you know, cool take.
Can you hold them a little bit lower? It's not in the center of the screen.
Sorry guys. Let me pull that down a little bit. Let me pull that in a little bit. See if that'll focus. Get the rat person there. Here we've got the sorcerer. Just go back through these pretty quick.
That's excellent.
Good deal. We've got sorcerer there. Again, we've got the paladin, monk, whatever you want to call it. We got the brigand there. A little closer if I can. And let's see what's in the next baggie. I'm going to try and not do duplicates if I can. Just because I don't want to waste your guys' time seeing the same thing over and over again. These are some of the insects. Next bag, we have the little grubber, little grubber orcs. Again, really great detail. All one solid piece, already slotted into their base. You don't have to put them in a base. And the base has a texture, so you shouldn't have to even really worry about texturing these minis if you want to paint them and do that. And they're perfectly playable if you don't feel like doing any of that. So a lot of those are things we've already seen besides the new faces of the new heroes. Now we've got these are the Cyclops captains. Really cool hulking Cyclops bosses. Those are going to be a ton of fun to paint. Looks like they've actually modeled the eye. I wasn't sure how they were going to treat that, if they were going to just leave it as one solid eye, but they've added a little bit of an iris and a pupil there. Lets you know where to put that. A lot of detail on this guy. Be easy to paint. A lot of fun. A lot of edges to catch stuff. Here's a scorpion that was kind of just laying on top. I'll show you that guy. Probably seen him before if you've seen the base game. We'll pull him aside. Get a couple more there. What else we got here? Oh. My buddy Dave will love these. We got the rat guys. And luckily I was afraid these guys were going to look too much like the brigand, but they're different enough that you won't get confused when you're running your guy around. Again, a lot of detail. You could easily base coat these and then cover these with a quick dry brush and have some really quick, nice rat models. A lot of the stuff in here, a lot of the little guys, you could really get away with just picking a base color, dry brush one shade lighter, and you'd be good to go. Maybe I'll do a tutorial on how to paint them. I've done a couple of mine downstairs. Here's one of the new guys. We got the elementals. These guys have like these crazy guns with, I don't know if that's supposed to be air or gas or something. They've got cool wings. Again, lots of nice texture on the wings. Bring that closer a little bit so you guys can see. Really sweet looking elementals. Different take on elementals. Here we've got some of the undead captains. Look at that. Is that not cool? You got a lich right there in your battle. Again, these are warped a little bit. You know, it is a rubbery plastic, but I'm sure if you heated these up and held them in place like this for a couple seconds, you'd be perfectly fine. So I'll try that out, see if that works. Again, we've got another guy here. Next bag. There is a lot of models. I mean, if you guys can see in that box, there is a ton. You get so much of these stretch goals. These are the undead minions, little skeleton guys. So this guy's got a bow and arrow. I'm not sure if he entirely knows what he's doing. I love the little piece. He's got an arrow stuck in the side of his skull. That's awesome. So the archer's got his own little collection. You know, great character on these guys. Then you've got your walking minions. Looks like these are like undead. I guess these would be the rat people if they had died. That's a kind of cool twist. Not exactly what you'd expect. You know, everything's a little different. I like that about it. We've already shown those. These are some more insects. Oh, these are the captain level of the rats. So these guys have little crossbows. Again, a lot of texture there. A lot of fur to dry brush against. Again, that's more orcs. Another orc captain. This is another melee. It's like a variant. Of the skeleton guys. This guy's got a little axe. No ears on this guy. I don't know what he's supposed to be, but cool adaptation. Nice little different pose there. There's a couple different poses for each one. Here we've got some of the Cyclops minions. Here we've got one of the Cyclops minions. Whoop. Get that into frame. I'm looking at a monitor across the room, so it's a little hard to make sure that I'm in focus, but hopefully that's looking good for you guys. But again, they've got a little bit of an iris there on the eye, so you know where to draw that in at, so it looks good. But dynamic capes, all one solid piece. Liking it. Here we've got the elemental captain. That guy's really cool. It's like a Warforged construct from D&D. Sweet hand with all the spiky bits on it. Looks like it'd be a lot of fun to fight against. Almost has that behemoth look on the back. It's got that little vent system there. I'm seeing a little bit of design crossover there. I'll show one of these. Saw something cool I want to take a look at. Here you've got the ranged rats, and they've got a tricky little slingshot. They remind me a lot of the kobolds from D&D. They look like they're that that same style of character. Look like they'd be a lot of quirky fun. What do we have here? These are some elemental minions. Little melee guy. He's got a hammer and some sort of apron on. Cool. I like it. Yeah, there is absolutely a lot of stuff. You kind of see it when you're looking at the stretch goals and you're just deciding, you know, which one am I actually gonna, what level am I gonna pledge at, and you see what you're gonna get in stretch goals as they come out and as the price increases on it. But I don't think you really understand until you see a gigantic pile of minis just sitting on your table. I mean, this table right now is completely full. This is a 2 foot by 3 foot table. So another rat with a spear, pretty cool. Again, we've already shown those. Those are some more elemental minions. Here we got the Scald. I'm actually really looking forward to this. When my wife and I first started playing D&D, her first character was a bard, so this will be pretty fun for her to play. There's the female sculpt there. It's got the violin. Is she playing the violin with a sword? She is. That is awesome. I might paint that up as a sword. And then you've got the guy version with a bagpipe and... Okay, those are glasses. I thought his eyes were bulging out of his head there for a sec, but yeah, it's just some goggles that he has on. So again, dynamic pose. I like it. A lot of personality there. Another captain. You guys don't need to see that. Oh, we get the rat. I don't know if these are mini bosses or captains. They look like a little bit bigger than captains. These are some huge rats, and they're being controlled by this little guy. I don't know if that's gonna focus in or not, but they've got like this little mini orc thing. I don't know if that's I don't even know what that is. That is hilarious. Little naked orc dude sitting on the top of a rat and controlling him with a piece of string. So again, this game has so much character. I keep saying it over and over and over, and I'm probably beating a dead horse right now, but it is so cool to see. Let's see what's in this one. This is some sort of knight. I don't really remember what the knight's from. We've got... Oh, these are some of the... Maybe... Oh, I think this is the trap. The trap ones. Let me pull that down a little bit. There's like a spinning blade. These are like the 3D sculpts of the different traps. You got your boulder. Here's some sort of pillar. Another obelisk type piece. And they all have extremely nice markings. I mean, these will be so much fun, so easy to paint. This one popped out of its base. This is the first one that I've seen that's been popped out of its base. And again, it's as simple as clipping that right back into its base and perfectly ready to play. This one has all kinds of cool dragon heads on it. Great brickwork. You know, just paint it white, paint each brick red, and you could easily get the grout and all the brick painted. Nice job there. Alright, so we got some bosses. Trying to see if there's anything else before we get to the good stuff. Out here we got the 3D layers. Soul actually did some great 3D layers before any of these were even released. I think this is for the crawlers. All kinds of rocks, and you got that opening. Then we've got, oop, that one popped out. This is a layer for the elementals. There, you got some skulls. You got a sign. You can be creative with what you put on that sign. Be cool. Here's the layer for the orcs. Let those guys come crawling out. Not entirely sure which one this is for. Would this be the rats? It's different. It's definitely a tree. Oh, that's Cyclops. Those are eyeballs. Now I get it. I thought it was a tree with like fruit hanging from it, but no, those are eyeballs. That one probably needs a little bit of glue just to keep it in place. But if you played mini games, you know that's real easy to do. Then these guys are skeleton. So maybe the other one must have been rats, but this is a cool base. It's got that skull look to it, made out of stones. I like it. Alrighty. So started off. Oh, we got one more bag of small stuff. Put that there. Let's see what's in here. Ah, those are elementals. I won't show those off to you. No reason for that. Here we got one of the high-level pledges. This is the Minotaur. It's a nice mini boss. Great style. Tons of detail. Again, a little bit of warping there. A little bit of heat. And you can ease that right back into place. Alrighty. So let's take a look at the Rat King first. This is sweet. So if you guys don't know what a Rat King is, it's basically, you can find it a lot in sewers, but it's when a bunch of rats in like the sewers or whatever, they get all their tails wrapped together and they become one giant mass. Well, this Rat King is literally that. It's one giant captain rat with a bunch of other smaller rats, and they're all joined at the tail, and they're all climbing all over each other, making one gigantic boss. And he's got what looks like a plaque or a board or an iron or something. See how I want to paint that up, but tons of detail on the fur. Nice little take on what a Rat King is. Alright, this one is probably one of my favorites. Alright, so we got Bones here. This guy is so cool. It's huge. I mean, it's as big as the palm of my hand right now, and for a mini, that's saying something. You see the little detail on these guys here. You got all these little skulls holding him up. He's lost his legs. You know, got all the rib cages in there. Cool little details on the face. These guys down below look exhausted. Great work. It's got some heft to it too. There's a lot of plastic there. Here we've got the Cyclops boss. Here we got the Cyclops boss. This is looking like a Venus flytrap meta beholder and grew legs. That's how I'm going to describe this guy. Again, it's got the iris and the pupil all worked out. It's got what look like pistachio Venus flytrap pieces with teeth.
Looks like a Big Daddy.
It kind of does look like a Big Daddy. I'll give you that. It's it's pretty interesting. Alrighty, what do we got next? Alright, we got the Orc Boss, and then we got the Elemental, and finally the Dragon. I'll end it on a big note. We get the Orc Boss here. This guy is, again, this is a lot of model for the for this. Got a gigantic goatee beard. My buddy Fred from college would be impressed, I think, with this guy's chin beard. Two different axes, tons of armor, lots of cool fur on the boots, horns, awesome pose. This guy looks extremely intimidating, and he's got bongos. I mean, what guy goes into war without bongos? Alrighty, let's see what else we got. Hold that guy to the side. Now I gotta try and find the captain that I put aside over here. Let's see. Thought I put the elemental captain on the side. Maybe. Well, I had this guy, but I don't think that's the cap. I think that's just a captain. Maybe I didn't put it aside. Maybe it's just not here. Well, I guess we'll skip right to the very end. If I find it, I'll take some pictures and I'll throw those up on the site. The dragon I've been looking forward to for a while. Ever since it was the last 5 minutes of the Kickstarter, and Keith crazily threw together a quick silhouette of what the dragon was eventually going to look like before the stretch, before the end of the Kickstarter. That was amazing. No one was expecting it. I didn't even think they were expecting to get to that point. But they, hastily threw that together. Still looked awesome. Got a nice design for what it's going to look like. And from that black and white sketch, they came up with this. This is awesome. It's got the cool wings, got a very chicken-like dragon style. It's got some cool ball on the tip of its tail. It's got scales all over. Very cool take on the dragon. I'm glad that they've had their own style throughout. And I'm glad they stuck with it for the dragon as well. They didn't go for the generic dragon. Again, scales all the way down. Great work. So that looks like it's the end of the box. But I'll pull this.
Charizard.
Yeah, go Charizard. That is true. It does kind of look like that. Charizard and a chicken. But yeah, I'll turn it over here. You can kind of see the amount of minis, and these are still bagged. I mean, if I stretch this out, it would probably fill the entire table. So I'll give it a couple seconds if you guys want to take another look at something
from Final Fantasy.
That's true. It's that too. But if you guys have any questions or want to take another look closer at something, let me know, and I'll try and pull it from the pile and let you take a second look. Feel free to drop it in chat. All right, so yeah, we'll.
Merc Soul wants to kill some of that crap.
Yeah, I just saw that the we'll definitely get a game going and kill some of this. Gotta kill that dragon for sure. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up there. Thanks for everybody that stopped by to check out some of this cool plastic. Uh, we'll be looking to get some games in of this and get those videotaped
I
to
want
put
to kill
on
the
the
Big
website.
Daddy.
You want to kill the Big Daddy? All right. So we got at least 2 bosses we got to kill. But as always, guys, if you uh, if you have any questions, you want to see something, feel free to shoot it my way. Leave a comment on the Facebook page, and we will try to get those questions answered. We'll take some snapshots of things if you guys want a closer look. And until next time, always snap to cover.